Hey, good morning and happy Wednesday to you. This is Dwayne Hines.
And Damian Hughes.
We are the Double D's of real estate. This is Real Talk Real Estate. And if you haven't tuned in before, I want you to take a moment, write the number down, even though it'll scroll across the screen. Y'all watch out now. That holiday got me a little twisted on my tongue twisted. But 713-256-8724 is the number you want to write down. And if you're listening for the first time, then this is a good time to be listening. And if you've watched before, you can tell I'm in a different seat because, somebody just told me they want to see what the seat felt like. So I'm about to put them to work again today. I'm picking on them a little bit, but not picking on them. But I really want those of you that are listening, my goal is to bring understanding to you about the home buying process and what it really takes to become a new homeowner. So today I'm going to do something that, Damian, that I haven't done since I started this show, and that's going to be, I'm going to talk about programs.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I talk about these programs, that means that I'm going to put them out there and you're going to close them down because as a lender, okay,
and what I want you to do is give it to me in layman's terms.
I'm gonna give it to you in domino talk.
Yeah, we'll get in domino terms. That's what I want to hear.
Give
it to me so I can walk you through it, dissect it.
Yeah.
And let the people know what it's all about.
Because the reason I want to do this today is because I traditionally I don't really do programs.
Right.
Because to me, to talk about a program is strictly to me a marketing deal. It's not.
Funny you said that, Hines. I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the big bold letters.
Yeah.
That says "come in."
It's come in.
But the qualifications are going to be
and I like
the
the fine print. I like to deal with what really makes the transaction happen. But today the first program we're going to talk about is the first time home buyers program because, Damian, this is the program that is used throughout the industry to get people to come in because people will say, hey, yeah, I never bought a home. This will be my first time. And they look for the financial benefits of the first time home buyers program.
So let me jump in right there. And I just want to touch base on some things that are beneficial to all home buyers, but specifically first time home buyers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things is flexible credit criteria,
mm-hmm.
where you don't have to have perfect scores.
Mm-hmm.
You can have less than perfect credit
mm-hmm.
and qualify for a home loan. So that's something that would benefit a first-time home buyer.
Okay, so here it is. I'm a first-time home buyer. Okay. Now, when the information about first-time home buyers is being given, it's basically just saying, hey, we got a first-time home buyers program. It's
come in and buy a home with no money down.
Yeah, and no money down. Okay, well, I know about the bold letters, but me, I can't hang on that because I know it's more to it than that. So I'm a first-time home buyer, right? And now I'm wanting to buy this home because this is my first time, and this is the program that I'm looking at. And what do I have to?
Well, first, I'm going to expound on things that are beneficial to first-time home buyers. So one is flexible credit criteria.
Okay.
So which means you can have less than perfect credit to purchase that dream home.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Now, I'm here and I want to buy the home. I mean, we've done everything. But I want you
don't say
really
the E word. Whenever I hear the E word,
yeah, everything.
Everything.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
It is always wrong when somebody say
everything.
What did you do?
Whether they say
everything.
Whether they say everything.
Hey, whatever it is. Whenever I hear that
all
E word,
I was opposed to, whatever they say, that means
something
everything.
is wrong. Somebody say everything.
Well, so let's say we're doing a first time home buyer program, and you just talked about flexible credit. What is
another thing beneficial for first-time home buyers?
Wait a minute, I want to do the credit down. No, you ain't gonna run through. You wanted to see, you got it. Now I'm finna give it to you.
I'm gonna say debt to income ratio, flexible.
But don't go that fast.
I'm going too fast.
Give it to you.
Okay,
you say give it to you
in portions. Okay.
So the first thing I want them to understand is let's talk about the credit score because that's what they'll say. Okay. Most clients will say, well, I got to work on my credit. I got to get my credit here. So I want you to just stop for a minute. Let's talk about the flexible credit.
credit qualifying criteria?
Let's talk about that.
Right.
What's the credit qualifying criteria
Okay.
to participate in the first-time home buyers program? And when you wait a minute, I got a little bit to that. When you give that information,
And I'm just going to give the bare minimum standard.
I want you to give the bare minimum,
Okay.
but I want you to make sure.
But now keep in mind, there's something that goes
Well,
along
wait
with that. The
a
credit
minute.
score doesn't stand alone.
Wait a minute, hold up on your Wheaties.
Okay.
But because this how I want you to give it. I want you to give it to where they're gonna get it. So we're talking about the.
Speaking of, Go ahead.
You gonna let me get this out or what? Okay.
I was gonna comment on your Wheaties, but
My Wheaties.
yeah.
Okay.
But go ahead.
So we're on the flexible credit portion of the first time home buyers program.
Right.
But when you give it,
Okay.
I need you to tell me how it applies to FHA, VA, and conventional. Well, even
Okay.
USA.
Well, that's what I want to address first. Okay.
Go.
What program caters to first-time home buyers?
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I want to talk about are the government programs.
Okay.
I'm going to leave out conventional.
Okay. Leave it out.
Reason is when someone says first-time home buyers, what they're really may be talking to is, hey, my credit may not be perfect. I'm
Right.
just getting started.
Right.
So that's one. Second thing is I may have limited funds.
Correct.
So where or how
Can I get
a
help?
home
Mm-hmm.
where I can put down little to no money?
Okay.
Another thing someone may be speaking to is I may have just started working. Maybe I was in school
Mm-hmm.
last year and I just been working for 6 months, or I just got my job out of college. That may be something.
In other words, it's just my first time walking into the home buyers
Right.
arena, but I need to know the qualifying rule.
Right. And what program is flexible enough where I don't have to have 20% down to get a home. I don't have to have perfect credit. I may have limited savings.
Okay.
That's my situation as a first-time home buyer.
Mhm.
What programs will fit me hand in glove?
Okay. So give
First
me
program
first. Okay. Well,
is
first
in
give me the minimum qualifying score, then give me the programs.
It's going to be different for every program.
That's all
Okay,
I was trying to get
right,
you to say.
It's
That's
not
all.
a blanket answer.
That's what I
So
wanted
one thing
to
when
get
it
you
comes
to
to
say.
finance, it's not like a can
It's
of green
not.
beans you're going to get from Kroger.
Leave them beans alone, man. You
Right.
brought them beans.
It's not like a can of green beans where everybody's going to get the same can.
Right.
So the financing is fine tuned to the person's situation. So guidelines for, say, VA may be slightly different from the guidelines for FHA. But specifically right now, I just want to talk on one. I don't want to give
So what you're really saying to me is,
too much.
and to those that are listening, that even though you are a first-time home buyer,
Right.
okay, and you want to participate in a program,
Okay.
those programs still have qualifying criteria,
That's right.
and they are not the same for every program, or basically for everybody.
Exactly, because no two people's financial situation is the same. But I'm
Okay.
going to give a magic number.
Give a magic number.
Can I get a drum roll? Can you drum roll it? Okay. Magic number, minimum qualifying criteria
Mm-hmm.
for an FHA loan, that is a loan through the Federal Housing Administration,
Mm-hmm.
is just $580.
Now, pause.
That's the magic number.
That's the magic number. Now, at this 580,
They can write down 580 out there. Write that number down.
at this 580, you have just qualified.
Well-
Now wait. I
Well-
know you trying to.
Well,
no,
I got to
I'm finna-
unpack something.
No,
That's just
I
the
know you're
number.
gonna tax something.
Now,
'Cause I know.
there's something about the contents of that
Well, wait a
580.
minute. See, you trying to get ahead of me? No,
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
no. You want to sit right there. I'm about to drill you right
Okay.
now. So you have a 580.
This chair's a little wobbly too.
Yeah,
What you been doing over here? Man?
You
You
want
been
that
eating,
chair?
you been eating
got
that
it.
fried catfish.
You
and
got it. So
soul food.
So look, so now we're at 580.
Okay.
You want to participate in the first time home buyers program,
Right.
okay? But what would stop me from participating in and when you say first time home buyer, they're looking for the no money down. So what would stop me at 580 from participating in that program?
Okay, so the credit score is a 580.
Right.
The next thing we look at is what is that 580 comprised of? What is the contents of that 580?
Oh, so it's not just the 580.
Right. It's how did you get to that 580?
Okay.
And keep in mind, 580 is not a hard score to get to.
It's not.
But it does have to look a certain way for underwriting.
Okay.
So one of the things that can stop you is you have multiple disputes on your credit report, and those disputes total are more than $1,000.
So I have to go back to this because I like knocking a myth out the park. That's my home run.
Right. And typically, people, where does disputes come from? Well, I'm going to correct my own credit, or I went to the credit report guy, and they had and
they have these disputes. But here's what I want to add to what you're saying. I need you to say that.
Right. And the thing is this: we're the mortgage lender. So
that's right. This is why I need you to say it, because
we're looking at it.
This is Real Talk Real Estate. We got real talk, real solutions for your real estate problem. That's basically what I go by.
And I think you and I are two real young gentlemen, Hines.
Yeah, and we real young.
Giving that real word,
Giving that real word.
There you go.
Okay. Might have to say a prayer for that one. But anyway, listen. What we're saying right here is, you can be a first-time home buyer even if you haven't owned a home for 36 months. But when it comes down to participating in the program,
right, it's
more than a FICO score that allows you to participate in a DPA, down payment assistance program.
Right.
Am I right when I say that?
First is FICO score.
FICO score that gets you.
That has to be comprised. Or the contents of that FICO score has to look a certain way.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. Next thing is going to be your debt to income ratio.
Debt to income. What when you say that, what do you say? I mean,
so this is what
I got a 580 credit score. So.
Right. So this is an example of a debt to income ratio. Let's just say my income is $100 per month.
Okay. This is just for the sake of numbers, everybody. Go ahead.
And my monthly bills on my credit report, the payments, come up to $50.
Okay.
That would be half
of my 100
of my monthly income. Therefore, I have a 50% debt to income ratio. Let me give you another example. Let's just say I make $100 per month.
Okay.
And the monthly payments on my credit report come up to $40 a month. So that would be 40% of my monthly income. Therefore, I have a 40%
debt to income ratio. So what's the minimum? And I'm gonna hang right here on an FHA, which is a government deal.
And I think when it comes to first time home buyers, that's the space we want to be in, because
which one?
The FHA loan, because it allows us to be flexible. It's not as rigid.
So what is, because I'm doing this, man. This was on my mind coming in, and I just said, I haven't talked about this, but I'm gonna talk about it because people are so misled and they misunderstand this. So let me just say this to you: we're doing an FHA, no down payment, the DPA, down payment assistance program. Client has, they got a 590 credit score. Okay.
So as far as the credit score, you qualify.
I qualify.
So I would just say check for that box, and I'll move to the next box.
Now, what happens if I'm making this $100, but on my credit report, my obligations say that I'm having to pay out $65 of that? Does that knock me out of?
So what you're saying is, if you're making $100 per month, and I just want to repeat it, and all of your bills come up to $65. So what you're saying, your bills are 65%
of my income
of your monthly income. Therefore, you have a 65% debt to income ratio.
Does that knock me out of the down payment assistance program based on FHA guidelines?
Great question. So not only will that knock you out of getting an FHA loan, that will also disqualify you from down payment assistance programs.
But Come on now, I have the credit score.
That's just
I'm
a
making
portion.
the money.
Because remember, there are a number of boxes you have to check to
Mhm.
qualify for a home
Mhm.
loan and the down payment assistance program. It's just not one box.
So
let's
so
just say there's
$590 only makes me eligible to participate.
possibly. So let's just say there are 5 boxes,
Right.
and to participate, you have to check all 5 boxes. If
Mhm.
you just check 4 boxes, you still wouldn't qualify.
Okay. Now, the reason that I wanted this out here is because, you know, Damien and I, we're always thinking outside of the box while trying to stay inside of underwriting guidelines. So we try and take your situation and fit it into underwriting guidelines. And this is why I tell people you really don't understand what's going on behind the scenes when you're buying a home. Most people just believe simply because they have a certain credit score, it entitles them to participate in everything. That's the myth. That is a myth. That only says that
Urban legend?
That's like being 21, you know, or you're 18 and now you feel like you ought to be able to get a drink. Well,
I don't know about you, Hines. I think I was
uh,
participating when I was.
Don't tell on yourself.
I think I was just participating.
Are you still in that? You still in the AA thing?
Well, I'm still a tenderoni. I can say that.
Oh. Anyway, you know, y'all have to excuse my co-host. Sometimes he reverts back for a time that nobody knows about but him. But it's okay. We gonna
come on, work with me, Hines. Work with me.
I'm working with you. I'm
me,
just because I want, because when people say what he likes, what do you know? 27,
somewhere up in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just started being able to get a drink.
Not too long ago, man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well,
I wasn't that far behind you though.
I know you're not that far. Yeah, I know.
Right behind. So anyway, back to the credit score now.
Yeah.
So this is the myth. The myth is if you have a certain FICO score and you have never owned a home before, then you can buy a home, get into a home under a first-time buyers or no down payment assistance program. That is not true. Okay.
So we talked about credit.
There you go.
We talked about debt to income ratio.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing for down payment assistance, and this is huge, is going to be income. Because you cannot
be making
too much money. You can't make too much.
You can't make $120,000 a year and then want to be in a DPA.
Yeah, you can't make too much money.
So talk to me about that.
The question is, what is
too much money?
Right, because I don't think anyone that's out there listening.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, it ain't gonna ever be too much money. You know,
right.
when we're the one that's getting it.
Right, I don't make too
much. But for these programs, you can be disqualified simply because you make too much money. So use an example of that. Give me an example. of that.
What these programs are typically looking for is for you to be at 80% the area median income. That's what they want you to be. Okay. And it depends on your family size. So if I'm a family of 1, okay, the criteria is going to be different versus I had 2 people in my family.
So no, hold up. Let me.
Then it would be different for 3.
Let me put some clarification on that.
Okay.
Okay. The 2 people meaning, it could just it's because a lot of times I'm dealing with people that are single parents.
It could be you and a child.
Okay. So that would be considered 2.
A family of 2. It could be you and 2 children. It could be you and your husband or your wife.
Okay. So whoever lives in the house, we're counting them 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the count is, and then based on how many people are in that house, it's going to say to you how much money you should be making, the maximum amount of money that you can be making to participate in this program.
That's correct.
So in essence, what you just said and what's being said here is that it takes more than a credit score and the fact that you've never owned a home to participate in the first time home buyers program.
I got another one for you, Hines. I got one more. So we've talked about credit score.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about debt to income
Debt to income.
ratio.
Let's
We've
talk about
talked about income.
mm-hmm.
This is another thing.
Content.
I'm not going to even dig into content.
Okay, well go
because
with
that may
the
be a little heavy.
Okay, go.
And
with
I
the
want to
other.
keep it light, man. It's hump day, and I feel like I'd have made it to the hump. I'm on that other side now. I'm going down.
Yeah, and you're
other side
sitting
of
in
the
my
hump.
chair.
I didn't know you own this bad baby, Hines.
Yeah, you don't see my initials right there.
Yeah, I don't see that, man.
You're supposed to be on my right side, not my left side.
Hey, all sides are good sides. So next thing.
This is the beans and butter man talking. Right?
Next
Okay,
thing is going to
come on.
be where the property is located.
Now,
That
really hang
matters.
right there because people don't
Location
understand
of the property
that.
depending on
they
the
really don't
program.
understand that you know certain places you can't buy a house with certain programs.
So let's start an example. The city of Houston has a down payment assistance program.
That's right. So does
And-
Harris
and-
County.
And if I'm going to use that city of Houston program, I have to
Mhm.
purchase a home within the city of Houston.
City of Houston
Harris County has a
has a
down
program.
payment assistance program. If you're going to use that program, you have to be
In
outside
side
the
of
city,
city, but
outs-
in Harris County.
but in Harris County.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a variety of programs like that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
But to use those particular programs, we talked about it before we started the show.
Mm-hmm.
The United States Department of Agriculture,
That's right.
they have a program
That you
But-
can use
that you can use.
in those so-called rural areas, which is outside of the city. It may even be outside of Harris County.
Right, definitely. We've got
Mhm.
3 minutes, Hines.
We got 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
You can have 2 minutes 45 seconds
Okay.
to explain that.
So USDA is a wonderful program.
Mhm.
Yeah, I actually think it's.
But
I'm not going to say it's better because there's no good or bad. It's about
it's
the
just what
program that fits your
It's just
particular
what fits
situation.
that particular client.
Right.
So let me ask you this: Are the qualifying criteria the same for the USAID,
USDA, United States Department of
USDA
Agriculture.
program as it is for FHA and for VA?
No,
Or does it vary? Does it?
It all varies, man.
Okay.
Uh,
What would be that qualifying? Because I'm saying this because I hope that people that are living out in the Mansville or Missouri or Kohler or places like that, or Conroe, Cleveland, all these places.
Well, I gave a magic number earlier.
What's the
today.
magic? 580.
The magic number is going to be 580.
580.
That allows you to have the
Mhm.
conversation to say, "Hey,
Mhm.
my credit is at least good enough
to even
to have the conversation
apply for this loan.
to apply."
Okay.
But besides that, we have to look at contents, debt to income ratios. There are some other things we would have to look
But
at.
see, you
but
really.
as long as you have a 580.
But see, you are really kind of pouring mud on this thing about 580, 620, 640. Because you are saying that
We got 1 minute left, huh?
you're saying that just because I have this score, it doesn't mean that I can participate in the program.
Well, it's just a piece of the
mean,
pie.
so-
It's an important piece, but it's just a piece of the pie.
But now I can't participate in the and I was really counting on that
well, you
program.
can possibly participate. So to find out what the other pieces of the pie is, they need to call the number.
713-256-8724. 713-256-8724.
Call in.
Make the appointment, come in, find out what you need to do to participate in any and all programs that may benefit you. Let's find the program that benefits you, because even sometimes there are a lot of programs out there, but sometimes they're not even the best thing for you.
Exactly. You may want apple pie, and the program may be.
It may not even serve that.
It may not
So-
even be dessert.
Yeah, and now next week what we're going to talk about is there's no free money. I made some people mad when I said it.
Ain't nothing for free.
Ain't nothing for free.
I could have swear you walking around here giving away that free money, man.
Man, ain't nothing.
I could swear you giving.
See, that's making some people mad. They're saying, "What are you saying? You just told me I can do the down payment assistance program, so I don't have to have any money down." But see, the next conversation we're gonna have, we're gonna let you know that so-called free money.
Hines, you giving it away for free.
Man, they need to know.
Okay.
There is no.
I'm glad
we're
having that conversation.
We're gonna pick that up. That's gonna be the part too.
Not even 100% and loans. Ain't
none of that free.
Okay, all right. I'm interested in that conversation.
I know you are.
I'm interested.
Because you're gonna be the bad guy to just say, "Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. They gotta pay for that money."
All right.
Huh? Well, we got another hour. Huh? No, not another hour. Man, dang it! I had some more. I mean, so that means I really do have to wait till
next week. We'll jump into it.
Next week, join us here at 11:30. Find out why I just said there is no free money. I know I got a lot of people going to be, throwing rocks at me and arguing with me on that and debating that. But when it really, if you just really be transparent about it, there's no free money. Either you're going to pay for the money.
You pay now or you're going to pay later.
Or you're going to pay later. Or to participate, to use that money, you're going to be directed somewhere that you may not want to be.
Right.
There is no free.
All right. That wraps us up for today.
Hey, join us again. 713-256-8724. Real Talk Real Estate right here.
The Double D's. Let's go get me some free lunch.